If you're trying to build a capsule wardrobe or you're not sure if a capsule wardrobe is right for you and your style, because most capsule wardrobes are specific checklists or specific items that everyone must have, this video series that I'm creating is about capsule wardrobe essentials based on your personal style. Having a capsule wardrobe doesn't mean that you're gonna have the same exact piece that someone else does have. I think that's where a lot of the misunderstanding comes in about a capsule wardrobe and why some of us might feel like a capsule wardrobe is boring or it's not really authentic to our personal style. And that's what I'm talking about in this 7-part video series. Each video focuses on a capsule wardrobe essential item and how the 9 most common personal style types will style that item. What's different about that item based on the personal style? So sometimes you'll see things like the color might be different, the fit might be different, the silhouette, the way it's styled, and also the fabric choices. So these elements will definitely play a role into your perfect capsule wardrobe. And if you've tried a capsule wardrobe before and you felt like it just didn't work for you, this might be the reason why. So in today's video, we're gonna be focusing on the capsule wardrobe essential, the blazer. So this is a capsule piece that I talk about that most women need, and it's not just if you're in the workplace, but it's really just an easy piece you can put on, you can style from day to night. The blazer that's gonna feel best for you will fit into your personal style, and it will be easy to wear with pieces in your closet. That's what makes it a capsule wardrobe essential. So I'm gonna go through some celebrities and their different style types and how they've styled this essential piece. In this first look, we have Reese Witherspoon. And here she has, it's a very black, classic blazer. It's one you've probably seen on a lot of capsule guides and checklists. The way she styled this blazer, I think of it as a preppy style type. And I'm gonna point out some of the details of this look that make it feel preppy. So here you'll see, although it's a very classic blazer, it's one you've probably seen on many capsule wardrobe checklists, but it's the way the whole outfit is put together. So she's wearing a fitted shirt underneath and it's tucked all the way in. So doing a full tuck into a pair of jeans, it feels very polished and put together, which I feel like can definitely go with a preppy style type. She's wearing a belt in this look, and I feel like we tend to see a belt in a preppy style type because it's very polished and put together and finished, where you wouldn't necessarily see a belt in someone that has minimal style. It might be a little bit too fussy for them to wear a belt, but someone with preppy style would definitely feel the need to kind of finish off a look and keep it polished. Also her jeans here, even though they're a modern fit, they're a slim leg jean, they're in a dark wash, there's no rips, there's no distressing, there's not too much going on with them. They're pretty classic, so they feel, again, preppy. If this was an edgy style type, we might see them in a black or coated black denim. We might see rips or a little bit of distressing. If it was a trendy style type, they might be oversized. If it was an androgynous style type, it would be more of a boyfriend fit or a baggy ankle fit. So again, it's these little details. And you'll see her choice of shoes. And if you've watched the other videos in this series, shoes can play a big role into the style of a look. So here she's wearing a pair of loafers. And while loafers typically can fall more into an androgynous style type, they don't have a chunky sole. They're a pretty feminine loafer. They're pretty slim, they're narrow, there's not very much going on. Again, it's very put together and polished. And while her necklace choice here, she's wearing a chunky necklace, which we would see that a lot of times in an edgy style type. Here, I think because it's the one statement she really has, it's the one kind of piece that sticks out of this outfit. Everything else about how she styled this look feels very preppy. So for me, I put this in the preppy style type. And here's another example of someone with preppy style wearing a blazer. So here's Taylor Swift, and her blazer is navy. So capsule wardrobe colors they're really your neutrals. They're really your favorite solid colors that you feel best in. And the thing about them being neutrals is that you want them to easily mix and match with each other, but also with more of the statement pieces in your closet. So if you're someone that does like bright colors or you do like prints, you need to have things to wear with those items, and that's where your neutrals come into play. So I always talk about capsule wardrobe colors could be white, ivory, cream, gray, camel, blush, light blue, navy, black, tan, beige. It's really the colors that you love and feel best in and will mix with a lot of things in your closet. So here she's wearing this navy blazer, which navy definitely is a color that does go more with a preppy style type. It's that nautical New England feel. The thing here though is the way she styled this navy blazer, because the silhouette, it's a classic silhouette, but she has a collared light blue button up shirt underneath, and it looks like it's tucked all the way in. So again, here we have that full tuck like we just saw a moment ago go with Reese. It's that put together, polished look. So this again feels very preppy. And in this next look here, we have Cindy Crawford. And again, I put this in the preppy style. So even within different personal style types, you'll see this is authentic to their style. Because like I talk about in other personal style videos, most of us will not just fall into one personal style type. Most of us will have one or two or three or even more elements of other types that we feel are authentic for us. There's 3 different women that fall into this preppy category, yet they have a different blazer. So here's Cindy Crawford's blazer. It's a camel color. This could be a classic blazer. We could definitely see this in a classic style type, but again, it's the way this whole look is styled. So she has a navy and cream striped sweater underneath. And again, it's that nautical New England feel. So for me, navy and cream, navy and white stripes always feels very preppy. It's that preppy New England style. And because she's wearing these stripes with this camel blazer, that together feels very preppy. And then she's wearing a dark blue wash skinny jean, which again feels very preppy. There's no distressing. It's not another silhouette like we'll see in other style types. And then she's finished this look with a ballet flat, which also goes along with this preppy style. And here in this next look, we have Hailey Bieber, and this is the trendy style type. So you'll see she has this oversized blazer on. It is a black blazer, which we do tend to see a lot on these capsule wardrobe checklists, but her black blazer, again, it's oversized. It kind of goes more with her style. And even though it looks like her shirt is tucked in, it's not a button-up shirt, it's not a nautical striped sweater, it's not a fitted crew neck top. It's something that it feels a little bit more trendy. There's lace, it's more of a corset. So those elements together really feel like a trendy style. And here's another example of a trendy style outfit and a classic silhouette blazer. So even though this is a red, which is typically not a capsule wardrobe color, the red is what makes this outfit trendy. So red was a big color we saw last season that was really on trend on the runways, and I believe this photo is from last season. So here, even though the silhouette of the blazer is very classic, she has chosen it in this trendy color, and then it's the way she styled it. So again, not only has she chosen a blazer in a trendy color, she's also styled it in a very trendy way. So she has a hoodie underneath, a very athleisure hoodie underneath her blazer, and then she has a matching red suit pant that goes with the blazer, which is also something we saw on trend a lot last season. And then she styled this look with a kind of a chunky white sneaker, which again is something that's on trend. So together as a whole, this look feels like a very trendy style type. And here in this next look, this is an edgy style type. Here's Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, and she is wearing, again, that black classic blazer. This blazer looks very similar to the one Reese had on. This blazer can definitely go into a classic style. It can definitely work with any of these style types, but again, it's the way this capsule essential piece is styled that makes this look edgy. So she's wearing it with a either faux leather legging or a leather legging. They're black, and with this sleek, edgy boot, and then she has this chunky necklace, and then also you see her bag. Her bag, it's black, it's leather, and it has some hardware on it. All those elements together make it feel like an edgy style type. Here we have another way an edgy style type has styled a blazer. So here's Joan Smalls. So she has a very classic black blazer on, that essential piece, but you'll see underneath she's wearing a graphic tee. I think graphic tees are such a great piece, such a fun piece. They really resonate a lot with the edgy style type, and the way she has styled her blazer just makes it feel edgy. So she has this graphic tee on, she has these jeans, and you'll see they're distressed in the knees, so there's a little bit something going on. And then she's wearing this look with these black cool, edgy ankle boots. So this look definitely feels like an edgy style type. So moving on to androgynous style. So here we have Clemence Posey, and her choice of blazers, it's a double-breasted blazer. And for a lot of the other style types, the double-breasted blazer wouldn't necessarily be their capsule essential. I think for someone that has androgynous style that does go more towards menswear inspired clothes, a double-breasted blazer could absolutely be their capsule wardrobe piece. It's in this neutral dark navy color, and she's also styled it with a pair of matching trousers, which again, it feels like a full suit. And it's different. We did see Hailey Bieber, the trendy style type, in that red suit, in the red blazer with the matching red trousers, but she was wearing an athleisure hoodie underneath and chunky sneakers, which here, Clemence Posey, she's really wearing this look more as a menswear inspired outfit. And here in this this look, I believe this was taken from Fashion Week a year ago. But again, this look feels androgynous. She's wearing it's a double-breasted blazer once again. It's in this pale blue color, which can definitely be one of your capsule colors. And she's wearing a head-to-toe suit. So again, it's the matching trousers. And the trousers aren't a slim silhouette or a wide leg silhouette that you'd see more in a classic style type. They're more kind of just a straight baggy silhouette. And she is wearing this look with a pair of sneakers, which again, you can definitely say that's trendy, wearing sneakers with a suit, but it's the style of sneaker. These feel very menswear inspired. They're not a leather white, there's not a pop of color about them. I believe they're New Balance, and they feel like they're very unisex. And that's what makes androgynous style. It's really fluid. Now in this next look, we have Gwyneth Paltrow. And I put this look with minimal style. Now, typically you'll see minimal style, it's very casual, it's relaxed, it's very undone. The fabrics are natural fabrics. It's cotton, it's linen, it's just things that are soft and fluid. There's not much fuss going on. So if you take this outfit, she's wearing a blazer here. It is a double-breasted blazer, but it's undone. It's not buttoned like we saw in the androgynous style types. And it's different again from the androgynous style type because she's wearing what looks like a pair of black leggings. And again, typically leggings, they're stretched, they're kind of effortless. And she has styled this with a white sneaker, a white chunky sneaker, which we could definitely put into the trendy style. But because her choice of pants are a stretchy legging, and because the blazer's undone, everything else looks just very effortless. Now she is wearing a button-up shirt underneath, which is buttoned all the way up. And if she was wearing that underneath a navy blazer or a more classic camel or black blazer with more of a slim jean, we might put that more into a preppy style with a pair of ballet flats. If she had that kind of going on with this look, we put that more into a preppy style. But because it's double-breasted, because it's undone, because she's wearing this kind of stretchy legging pant, this feels like it fits more into a minimal style type. And every style type, the 9 most common personal style types that we're going through in this video series, they will range. They will have classic outfits all the way to dressy outfits. So you might be somebody with edgy style, but you like to feel casual all the time, or you might be somebody with edgy style and you want to be dressed up all the time. And that will look slightly different, but the elements of the style type will be similar. And here in this next look, we have Rosie Huntington-Whiteley again, which we saw a little while ago, her in an edgy style type, but here this look feels more like a romantic style type. So most of us will not just have one style type. So here she is more in the romantic style type. So her blazer is this pink color. And for the romantic style type, some of the things that really define this personal style is wearing lighter colors, like a pink, like a blush, like a lavender, more feminine, soft colors. The outfits tend to be more fluid, the fabrics are more soft, the accessories aren't as exaggerated, there's not a lot of embellishments on things. So here in this look, she's wearing her blazer like a cape, which is the way she was wearing the black blazer earlier in the look we saw in the edgy style type, but it's this beautiful pink color. So it feels feminine. And she's wearing it with a soft gray sweater underneath, and she has skinny jeans, and her shoes, while they are a very classic pump, they're in this soft gray color. It actually looks like they're suede too. So pay attention to the fabric choices, the material choices. That will also help identify different style types. And her bag looks like a soft gray leather. Again, this whole look together feels feminine. Now, if we were to switch her pink blazer for a black one and her skinny jeans for a wide leg trouser, this could definitely fit more into a classic style type. So again, I just want you to pay attention. It's these little subtle differences, and start to pay attention to those subtle differences in your wardrobe as well when you're trying, one, to define your style, but also to find the capsule pieces that are going to be authentic to your personal style. So you'll actually wear the items. And in this next look, we have Alexa Chung. So I put this look in a vintage style. So here she's wearing a blazer. It's a classic silhouette, but I believe the fabric, it's either a velvet or a corduroy, which feels like a vintage style choice of fabric. It's not a wool that we would see a lot in a preppy or a classic style, but it's more of a fabric that we'd see a lot from the 70s. So here the fabric choice definitely makes this feel vintage. And then also, again, look at the way she styled it. So she added this floral pin on the lapel. I think that little detail definitely feels vintage. It feels like something you would have seen many years ago. And it looks like underneath she's wearing a cami, which maybe we would see a silk cami in a classic style type. But here it looks more like a lingerie inspired camisole. And I feel like, again, that is something we've seen from the way things are styled from a vintage time period. This look altogether definitely feels vintage inspired. And moving on to bohemian style. So here we have Kate Hudson, and she has a blazer on, but I want you to pay attention again to certain things here. So her color choice here, it's a pale blue, which again, I think that for some of us, if that fits with our personal style, can definitely be a capsule color for us. But she's wearing this blazer in this classic silhouette, but she's wearing it with this tan suede fringe bag, which fringe and tan, those earthy tones, that suede, those are very bohemian style elements. But also she chose to wear this look with a scarf, which again, because of all the other elements and the way she's wrapped the scarf around her neck, wearing it with the blazer, it feels bohemian. And then her jeans are a light denim wash, which again, we'd see a lot in bohemian style. It's a light denim. Sometimes we'd see a flare jean, but it's this light denim wash, which feels more casual. And then she's finished this look with a pair of tan ankle boots, which this whole look together feels like bohemian style. She's also wearing what looks like a t-shirt or a tank top underneath the blazer, but it's untucked, it's loose. It feels like it's really been worn in. So that very earthy, natural vibe is definitely something we're seeing here. And one other thing I want to point out about this blazer, it has these tan suede elbow patches, which I think again, just really fits into that bohemian style. We see a lot of suedes, we see a lot of tans and natural earth tones in a bohemian style. So for someone with bohemian style, this blazer could really be their perfect capsule essential. And here we have Rosie Huntington Whiteley again, but this time this look feels more classic. So again, this is where I've talked about where I say most of us will have more than one personal style. So we saw her in an edgy look, a predominantly edgy look. We saw her in a predominantly feminine look. And then in this look, it feels predominantly classic. So here she has a classic black blazer. It's a very simple silhouette. It's fitted. It looks like it's modern, but it also looks like it could be a blazer from 5 years ago. It also looks like it could be a blazer that would work 5 years from now. The blazer I have on is actually about 10 years old, and it is a classic black fitted blazer, which fits more into my classic style type. So here you'll see the way she styled this black blazer. She's wearing it with a pair of black matching trousers, but different than the androgynous style type where we did see a matching blazer and trouser. Here, the trouser, it's a wide leg trouser, which feels very like a classic style. And the blazer, it's not double breasted, it's open, but she's wearing a very simple classic piece underneath to pull the whole look together. And then if you notice her choice of shoes, now for a classic style, sometimes when they're wearing an outfit like this, you would see them wearing a closed-toed pump, a very classic silhouette of a pump, but here she's wearing an open-toed sandal. But even her sandal feels classic. There's not much going on, there's not embellishments, it is a heel and it's black, and it's just very sleek and very streamlined. And that's some of the key elements when you're looking at a classic style. Things are streamlined, they're simple, they are high quality, and they're in these neutral colors. And here we have another classic style look from Victoria Beckham. So here she's wearing a classic navy blazer. And again, it's streamlined. The lapel is modern. So sometimes with the lapel, you would see it would be a bigger lapel if it was more of a menswear inspired androgynous style, or a bigger lapel if it was a vintage style. But here again, everything is really streamlined. It's simple. But the way this whole look is pulled together, I wouldn't put it in a minimal style. She is wearing a silk blouse underneath, and although silk can definitely be a beautiful natural fiber, that might be a little too fussy for someone with minimal style. But for someone with classic style, wearing a silk blouse underneath a blazer is very much a go-to look for kind of a more dressed up, classy look. So again, here she's wearing it with a matching pair of trousers, but the trousers, again, they're more of a wide leg trouser. They're more of a classic silhouette. And there's not much else going on in this look, and that's what makes it classic. I'm a huge advocate of a capsule wardrobe, but I also think it's important to have these capsule essential items resonate with your style. That's what's gonna make you wear them. I know in the past, I've tried to buy items that were on a capsule sheet because I thought that that's what I needed, but then I never wore those items. And over the years, what I've realized is it's because those specific items didn't resonate with my style. But when I tweaked those items, whether it was the style of the item, the color, or the fabric, or even the way I styled that item, what I found was that I actually wore that item and loved that item, and it actually did feel like my style. So I hope this video series helps you figure out what your personal style is, and then also how to build a capsule wardrobe based on that style. To know what the tweaks are, the fabric choices, the styling tweaks to make it feel authentic to you. So thanks for being here, and make sure you're subscribed to not miss a video in this series, and I will see you guys next week.